Hey now, okay, so it is day 15, halfway through the challenge with Kiara LaShae, you guys. I have definitely seen some results from working out with her Dance Tabata Season 2 workout. So y'all can get booty bands, water bottles, weight snatchers, yogi fits, anything that you need to work out and get your workout journey popping with Kiara LaShae. And also, don't forget to check out ISOT because it definitely helps with your stomach and detoxing and getting rid of bloat. So go ahead and get down below in my description box and check it out, y'all. Get this workout journey popping.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl Bondi Blue and I am back for another Love After Lockup review, y'all. All right, let's go ahead and start with what? Sean and Destiny? Yes, let's start with Sean and Destiny. So he actually got a brand new house for her to live in Vegas. I was just like, word? Is this an Airbnb or did you move and like actually purchase a new home for you and this girl to live in? Like this woman who you don't even really know, who pretty much has plans to do whatever she wants to do, even if that does not mean being with you or doing anything that you plan on doing. Like, I'm just kind of looking at Sean like, wow, everybody plays the fool sometimes. Like, you are definitely no exception to the rule. So he shows her around this nice big old house and she wants to go out. Like, she wants to go in these streets. This is Vegas. I'm trying to go and get drunk and have a good time, okay? So he actually has his friend Hector and his wife coming over for dinner. And he wants some low-key type of situation, but Destiny has already told Sean, you're not going to tell me what to do. I want to go out and have drinks so your friends can come over and we can talk to them for a little while. And then after, we're going to go out and have drinks, okay? And that's exactly what they end up doing. This is when Destiny finds out that the bars are open 24/7 in Vegas. And I would be worried about my $50,000 too, Sean. I would be very worried as well. But this is the grave you've dug for yourself, buddy. She lets them know that she's not eating anything but D-I-C-K. I said, oh, okay. Don't, I'm drinking. I'm not going to eat anything tonight. Who does that? You're supposed to eat before you drink so you don't throw up and be a sloppy drunk. But something tells me you don't care about that. So they all go out. Hector is on her wavelength, it seems. They want to get drunk and twerk. They go to a bar and, like she said, she wants to get effed up. The whole point is to get shit-faced. Hector says that he thought she was a catfish, but Sean is the one that was actually lying about his age and how many kids he had, so maybe he was more of the catfish than she was. Then Hector asked about how many girlfriends she had in jail, and she was like, what? I don't get down like that. It's like you have women tattooed all over your body. What are you talking about? You don't get down like that. We all know she's lying because she doesn't want Sean to know that she still plans on having, sexual relations with other women. But I just kind of feel like her reaction was a telltale sign. Like, you got women name tattooed all over your body, and you're going to say you don't go that way? Sean, were you not paying attention to any of the names that she has written all over her body? I just say this girl knows she's stupid. But you see how she flirting with Hector and Hector's wife. Hector's wife thinks that she's just using Sean. And I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Tyrese is still outside the jail in his blueberry suit, waiting on Shonda to get out of jail. But she actually got out earlier, so he goes to meet her, and she has to get to the halfway house soon, so they don't have a lot of time. But when they meet, she didn't know how to feel about that blueberry suit. She felt like he was a bit overdressed, kind of like he was a creepy old man. But if he's a creepy old man, you're a scammer. All right. She says that it helps when you have someone on the outside to, keep you grounded or keep you from going crazy while you're in prison. And she had multiple people helping her. I was just like, oh, so he wasn't the only one. So she is using him. So his kids were right, and they don't even know her. Child, talking about, do I look like I'll let somebody take advantage of me? Yeah, you let whoever sell you that suit take advantage of you too. They go get something to eat, okay? He had a whole bag of clothes for her and everything. At least he knew her size. And y'all know how much he loves looking at her ass. And he's smacking his dentures the whole time they eat. And she talks about how, substance abuse and meth have been an issue her entire life. And usually when she gets out of jail, she gets right back on, her drug train. Both of her parents, her mom was an alcoholic, her dad was a drug dealer. So, yeah, she didn't really have a good upbringing, a good childhood, no good foundation, stability, or anything. And she also was talking to 8 or 9 dudes while she was in prison. Good luck with that, Tyrese. John goes to meet with Christiana's mom and takes her to a diner so that he can get to know her. And he tells her that they have a Native American wedding, and she was like, well, I don't know, if that's real, or if Christiana really meant to do that. She's a Christian. And I just gotta be like, oh yeah, we forgot about that. She's a Christian. People be killing me, y'all. Mama says she was expecting to walk her daughter down the aisle, okay? Then they have a conversation about John and how he's been married 4 times and that his second wife is his first wife's cousin who he ran off with. And he also lets her know that he and Christiana have a lot in common because they both have an extensive record, okay? He was always giving people fake checks, and Christiana was on crack. And she's going to have a hard time getting out of jail and coping. And mama just hopes that he's ready for that, because when she found out that they'd only been, talking to each other for about 3 or 4 months before getting married, she was very surprised, because it seemed to her as if it was longer than that. And I'm just kind of like, yeah, this is not a good sign at all. This is not a good sign at all. It's already starting out with the bullshit. Then Jessica and Maurice, y'all. She really doesn't like being around his family, being there in Compton, and dare I say, being around black people that she's not screwing. Because to me, it seemed like she had a problem with everybody that they went around, to me. And all of those people were his, black family members, talking about she feels, by herself and all of that. No, you don't like the fact that, he's around all these other black people, because you're not really, y'all don't really like black people. Y'all just fetishize black men. Y'all want to screw black men. Y'all want to have y'all little mixed race babies. But as a whole, y'all don't really like us. So when y'all have to be around a number of us, all of a sudden you become uncomfortable. But she makes it about him possibly getting in trouble in Compton. And she complains about it the entire episode until he says, you know what? Let's just go to Vegas. Forget it. Let's just go to Vegas instead of waiting on permission. It's 4 hours away. So they get on the highway and they start heading to Vegas. But if the PO calls, they have to come right back. And I'm like, and so do you think the PO is going to give you 4 hours? And he keeps screaming about, you either with me or you against me. And I'm just kind of like, y'all are idiots. Y'all are some idiots, man. Y'all are like world's dumbest criminals on some shit. Moving along, y'all. Chevelle and Quaylen, okay? Chevelle and Quaylen had sex 3 times, okay, last night. And they're excited about it. Chevelle was like, girl. And I was just like, oh, Lord, I don't want to envision that. Okay, she said he effed the life out of her. I said, okay, so then they go to see her mom and her daughter, of course. And like many of the women on Love After Lockup or 90 Day Fiance or any of these shows that I review, she has her daughter, who this man has never met, calling him daddy. And she was like, why you smell like that? I thought that was hilarious when he went to hug her and that little girl was like, why you smell funny like that? That was so funny to me. It's like, what he smell like? We can't smell it. What he smell like? When they sit down to talk to her mom, and her mom wants to know, what are Quaylen's plans for Chevelle and Chevelle's daughter? And he keeps talking about how he wants to do the right thing, and he just got out of jail, but he wants to do the right thing. So they ask, okay, what about getting married? What about that? And he said, well, I don't know, I just got out, so really I'm not really thinking about getting married right now. But the conversation when he was in jail was that he and Chevelle were going to get married 3 months or so after they get out of after he got out of jail. So she says that if he doesn't propose to her in 6 months, the situation is over. And I'm like, now see, to me, the thing that pisses me off is that you should have protected your daughter. Because see, now you don't know if this situation is actually going to go the distance, and you got your daughter calling this man daddy. I don't give a shit what he was telling you over the phone when he was in jail. You should have waited for him to come out and see how he was outside of prison before you brought your daughter into this messy ass situation and made her emotionally dependent upon him being in her life, all for him to turn around and not be there because her mom doesn't have the common sense to protect her from foolishness. Y'all, that's why that mama was so worried. That's why Chevelle's mom was so worried about Chevelle and Quaylen in this whole situation. Because look at the type of decisions you out here making. You wildin'. Y'all, I'm sorry. That just made me mad though. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? You got your daughter calling this man daddy? Can I be honest and tell y'all I don't think Shonda likes Tyrese at all. I don't think she really likes him at all. Like all of that kissing and everything, but I feel like, you've done drugs, so you've done strange things for, less. So I really don't think she's into him. I don't. It's something I noticed in. Also, I don't know if she's clean. In those confessionals, she looks high. I'ma just let it go. But I feel like a lot of times in these confessionals, folks be high. But I'm not gonna, speak to that. I'm just telling y'all what it looked like. I don't like any of these couples. Sean and Destiny work on my nerves. I like her because she gives him shit, and I really don't like him. Tyrese works on my nerves. Shonda is faking a funk to get whatever she thinks she gonna get out of this blueberry pimp suit wearing ass fool. John is perpetrating and also kind of creepy to me for some reason. Christiana is somebody who is just getting out of jail, has had a lifelong drug habit, and doesn't have the emotional, mental, or any type of spiritual wherewithal to be in a relationship with anybody. And the way you rushed her into that marriage also was something that I really am not appreciating once you put everything into context about what she's been through. She needed somebody who was going to take their time with her, not somebody who was going to be rushing her into making decisions she would later regret. But at the end of the day, I don't think the marriage is legal anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Just a little overview. Little overview to sum it up for y'all, just in case it didn't come across when I was giving y'all the logistics. I don't like none of these fools, and I really don't like Jessica and Maurice. I've already told y'all how I feel about Jessica. I think Maurice is a fool, and I think Jessica fetishizes hood black men with goals. Y'all, oh my god, like I'm telling y'all, for Christmas, I want to get my teeth capped. I want to, I only want to have the gold go around the tooth, not the whole tooth, but just around. And I've seen it, and I want it on these two teeth right here to just go around like that. I really want my gold caps, like. So y'all pray that I'm able to get that. Y'all also pray for me because there are 2 hurricanes coming my way. I'm not worried, but prayers go up and blessings come down. Okay, and I would appreciate my house not having the roof torn off or my floors flooded. So worst come to worst, electricity might go off. We could deal with that. But I just like to not have to evacuate. For right now, it looks like we're going to be fine. But all prayers are appreciated. I love y'all, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.